Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you. And this welcome to the JASA Van Cortlandt Virtual Chorus's 2021 Thanksgiving mini concert. We are excited to present music and poetry for your listening pleasure tonight. I would like to say that I am so grateful to have the opportunity to work with the 10 artists that you're going to hear tonight. Each one is absolutely fabulous. I think that you're going to be very entertained. And I want to say thank you to Sharon Wolf for the opportunity to be able to have this presentation. I am Cheryl Warfield, the director of the JASA Van Cortlandt Virtual Chorus and soon to be in-person chorus again. We're really excited to return to the JASA Van Cortlandt Senior Center, and that will be happening in December. And I hope that some of you who have not been able to participate in the virtual chorus might be able to join once we're in person again. So why don't we go ahead and get started with a couple of housekeeping items. First and foremost, if you would kindly stay muted when there's additional sounds coming from outside sources that does interfere with whoever is presenting at the time. Also, if you need to move around, if you would be so kind as to shut your video off so that we're not seeing people moving during the presentation. So as I said, this is actually our second time doing a virtual Thanksgiving concert. And we have some really, really wonderful things to share with you. And we are going to start with Paul, who is going to read a poem to start off our program. Paul?
Yes, thank you, Cheryl. I will be reciting a poem by Walter Rauschenbusch entitled Prayer of Thanksgiving. O God, we thank you for this earth, our home, for the wide sky and the blessed sun, for the salt sea and the running water, for the everlasting hills and the never-resting winds, for trees and the common grass underfoot. We thank you for our senses by which we hear the songs of birds and see the splendor of the summer fields and taste of the autumn fruits and rejoice to the feel of the snow and smell the breath of the spring. Grant us a heart wide open to all this beauty and save our souls from being so blind that we pass unseeing when even the common thorn bush is aflame with your glory. O God, our Creator, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Next, our chorus will perform Now Thank We All Our God, composed by Felix Mendelssohn.
Now thank we all our God with heart and Hi everyone, my name is Raquel and I've been a member of the chorus for quite a while, and I'm going to do a song of thanks, an original song that thanks trees and music, and thanks trees for music, as I play the guitar and violin, which are made from wood, which comes from trees, but in a greater meaning, trees are very spiritual beings. In a grove of trees, when one becomes ill, the other trees will actually send nutrients to the ill tree to help it recover. And as the tree of life is mentioned in the Bible, trees have always been spiritual. So anyway, my song is called The Tree of Music. The tree said, I will give you my wood to make something beautiful. Listen to the wind song through my branches and my leaves. I will give this gift to you. The carver carved from the tree a shape with strings and pegs. And the instrument, when played, sang the same pitches that the wind sang to the tree. And a new song was born for all to sing and to hear. And the wind carried that song through the branches and the leaves back to the tree. Thank you. And now next we will hear from Lucy.
Thank you so much, Raquel. We are so proud to have not only a singer, but a composer with us. Raquel composes her own music. COVID has caused us to put walls between ourselves in the form, of masks and self distancing. And in doing so, we have discovered how much we miss seeing each other and our friends and our relatives and the people that we meet generally. So In this poem that I'm going to read by Robert Frost called Mending Wall, Frost tells us about walls and how to think of their uses. Oops. Sometimes there is something that does not love a wall, that makes it groundswell under it and spills the upper bowls in the sun and makes gaps that even two can pass together. The work of hunters is another thing. I have come after them and made repair. Where they have left not one stone on a stone, but they would have a rabbit out of hiding to please the yelping dogs. The gaps, I mean, no one has seen them made. No one has heard them made. But in the spring, in the mending time, we find them there. I let my neighbor know. And the day we meet to walk the line. And we set the wall between us once again, and we keep the wall between us as we go. To each, the boulders have fallen to each, and some are loaves, and some are nearly like balls. We have to use a spell to make them balance. Okay. You stay where you are until our backs are turned, and then we wear our fingers rough to handling them. Oh, just another outdoor game. One on one side, and it comes to little more. Where it is, we do not need a wall. He is all pine, and I am all apple orchard. Okay. And my trees will never cross to his and eat his cones under, and mine will never eat his pines, right? He only says, good fences make good neighbors. In the spring, I get kind of mischievous. And I had this notion in my head. I wonder why they make good neighbors. Where there are cows, but there are no cows, right? Before I built a wall, I'd ask to know what I was walling in and what I was walling out, and to whom I was like to give a fence. Something there is that does not love a wall, okay, and wants it down. I could say elves to him, but that elves is not exactly. But I would rather him say it for himself. And I see him there bringing these rocks like boulders, like he was some sort of a stone savage, right? He moves in darkness, it seems to me, and in the woods only in the shade of trees. He will not go beyond his father's saying, and he likes saying it so well. He says again, good fences make good neighbors. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce our next performer.
We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. He chases make us free.
Good evening. I'm Carol, and I joined the virtual choir during the pandemic. I will share a poem written by Langston Hughes. Born in 1902 in Joplin, Missouri, Langston Hughes is an American poet, novelist, short story writer, and playwright, particularly known for his insightful portrayals of Black life in America from the 1920s through the 1960s. Here is his poetic take on Thanksgiving Day. When the night winds whistle through the trees and blow the crisp brown leaves a crackling down, when the autumn moon is big and yellow, orange and round, when old Jack Frost is sparkling on the ground, it's Thanksgiving time. When the pantry jars are full of mincemeat and the shelves are laden with sweet spices for a cake, when the butcher man sends up a turkey nice and fat to bake, when the stores are crammed with everything ingenious cooks can make, it's Thanksgiving time. When the gales of coming winter outside your window howl, when the air is sharp and cheery so it drives away your scowl, when one's appetite craves turkey and will have no other fowl, it's Thanksgiving time. Colleen will now be accompanied by Denise and perform Bless This House.
Thank you, Carol, for that beautiful poem. Now I'd like to sing a song that I've loved and has inspired me ever since I was a little girl and I watched it on the Perry Como variety show. It's called Bless This House. It was written in 1927 and originally was titled Bless the House. It's become strongly associated with Thanksgiving in the United States. And I want to thank Denise for a beautiful accompaniment. Bless this house, O Lord, we pray. Make it safe by night and day. Bless these walls so firm and stout, keeping want and trouble out. Bless the roof and chimneys tall. Let thy peace lie over all. Bless this door that it may prove ever open to joy and love. Bless these windows shining bright, letting in God's heavenly light. Bless the heart of blazing there, with smoke ascending like a prayer. Bless the folk who dwell within, keep them pure and free from sin. Bless us all that we may be fit, O Lord, to dwell with thee. Bless us all that one day we may dwell, O Lord, with thee. And now we hear a poem from Anita.
First, I want to thank you, Colleen and Denise, for a beautiful song. My name is Anita, and I'm going to recite this poem, lovely poem named Thanksgiving.
The year has turned its circle, seasons come and go, harvest all is gathered, and chilly north winds blow. Orchids have shed their treasures, their fields, their yellow grain. So open the door, wide open, Thanksgiving comes again. Now, Louise will be reciting poem. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita. I am going to read an excerpt from a poem called Giving Thanks. For the hay and the corn and the wheat that is reaped, for the labor well done and the barns that are heaped, for the sun and the dew and the sweet honeycomb, for the rose and the song and the harvest brought home. Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. And our next performer is Denise.
Good evening, I'm Denise. I'm delighted to present this poem, A Thanksgiving Dinner, to all of you. It's by Maud Margaret Grant. There's not much information out there about her. She was born in 1876 in Michigan and lived there her entire life. She was a teacher and became a writer and a poet. The only writings I could find of hers were this poem and a book called Windmills and Wooden Shoes. So this is her wonderful poem, A Thanksgiving Dinner. Take a turkey, stuff it fat, some of this and some of that. Get some turnips, peel them well. Cook a big squash in its shell. Now potatoes, big and white, mash them till they're soft and light. Cranberries so tart and sweet, with the turkey we must eat. Pickles, yes, and then oh my, for dessert, a pumpkin pie. Golden brown and spicy sweet. What a fine Thanksgiving treat. And now I'd like to present Mary.
Hello. I'm going to read a poem that I translated from English to Spanish. Since Thanksgiving is celebrated in the United States and not in a Spanish-speaking country, that's why I translated it. This poem tells us to be thankful for so many things, for our friends, for courage, for smiles, for full years. And the word in Spanish for count is cuente. And this word will appear quite a few times throughout the poem. And before I begin, I want to thank my teacher, my Spanish teacher, Mrs. Engel, from Midwood High School in Brooklyn, who expected nothing but the best from her students and taught me to love the Spanish language. Cuente sus benedicciones en vez de sus cruces. Cuente sus ganancias en vez de sus pérdidos. Cuente sus alegrías en vez de sus desgracias. Cuente sus amigos en vez de sus adversarios. Cuente sus sonrisas en vez de sus lágrimas. Cuente su valor en vez de su miedo. Cuente sus años llenos en vez de sus años flacos. Cuente sus hechos amables en vez de sus hechos tecanos. Cuente su salud en vez de sus abundancias. Cree en Dios en vez de sí mismo. And now I would like to introduce Grace.
Good evening, all, and thank you for coming out tonight. Recently, I found myself in the doldrums, and when this happens, I usually sing. And I continually sang the song that I will sing tonight, which is whispering hope. You see, the song gives hope. Hope is a real emotion and an anchor for my soul. I hope this song will encourage hopefulness to all who hear it tonight.
It's almost over, the concert.
Soft as the voice of an angel, breathing a lesson unheard. Hope with a gentle persuasion whispers her comforting word. Wait till the darkness is over. Wait till the tempest is done. Hope for the sunshine tomorrow, after the darkness is gone. Whispering hope, oh how welcome thy voice, making my heart in its soul rejoice. If in the dark of the twilight dim be the region afar, will not the deepening darkness brighten the glimmering star? Then, when the night is upon us, why should the heart sink away? When the dark night is over, watch for the breaking of day. Whispering hope, oh how welcome thy voice, making my heart in its soul rejoice. Keep hope alive as we continue this program with Lucy performing, accompanied by Denise. Lucy, it's all yours.
Thank you very, very much, Grace. That was lovely. And Grace has brought you some hope, and I hope everybody caught that. And I hope to bring you some peace, which we also need very much. And I'm going to be accompanied by Denise. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Father. Brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let peace begin with me, with ever the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Shalom. And now, our final remarks.
Oh, well, Lucy, what a wonderful way to nearly end this program. Although we do have a flashback video from last year's Thanksgiving performance. So we will be playing Over the River and Through the Woods, the famous Thanksgiving song. What I would like to introduce the director of the JASA Van Cortlandt Senior Center, Sharon Wolf, for a few remarks. Sharon?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much, Cheryl. It's just by some small miracle that I'm able to join you tonight, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm really enjoying this program, and I think all the poems and all the songs are so appropriate and relevant, and everybody's performing from the heart. So I want to thank you for lifting up our spirits and getting us in a mood of thankfulness and hope and peace, kindness to one another, and the sentiments of Thanksgiving that, you know, have come to us through over time, through our country's history. And so thank you, everyone. Cheryl, most of all, and Isaac. We don't want to forget Isaac either, and all of you. Thank you so much for this beautiful program. Happy and healthy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sharon. And yes, we have a lot of people to thank for making this program possible. But first and foremost, Sharon, it is her belief in us as a chorus, and she has worked diligently to keep the chorus going throughout the year, and we greatly appreciate it. Also, many thanks to Isaac for all of the wonderful work that he has done with the chorus, and also for substituting and working with the chorus one session in October. I think that a lot of you got a lot out of that, hearing things from a pianist's perspective, and just to hear some musical concepts in a different way. And he takes a great deal of time to put together all of the videos, and he made the chorus sound really, really lovely. You are all singing, you keep improving and everything, and and that shows. And then also that, you know, his commitment to making all of you sound beautiful together shows as well. So also, though, for this particular program, I need to thank Denise. And actually, I'm just going to look for you, Denise, and spotlight you one more time. There you are. So Denise, you always behind the scenes do so much to help us. Denise ran all of the videos and does such a wonderful job with that. And it's so greatly appreciated because it's actually not as easy as it looks. And it's a bit stressful when you want to make everything work just perfectly, and which you did, Denise. Carol, also, thank you. I'm going to just spotlight you. Thank you for all of your help with letting people in and helping to keep people muted. Thank you so much. And then also I need to find Raquel again to spotlight. There you are. Okay, so here we go. Raquel, thank you for writing in the chat and helping to let people know what to do when they joined, and also for being our countdown timekeeper to make sure that we went live on time and also let people in on time. Thank you so much. But now what I would like to do, I'm going to go back to the very beginning of my screen, and I'm just going to spotlight each performer one last time. And if you don't mind, just when you're spotlighted, that to smile, of course, for the camera, and say your first and last name. Okay, and the first person actually is Carol again.
Carol Lashinsky.
Great. And then Raquel.
Raquel Solomon.
And Denise.
Denise Orr.
Great. Lucy. Lucy, unmute, please.
Lucy Degadon.
And Anita.
Name is Anita Roman.
Colleen.
Colleen Pappas.
And Mary. Oh, could you unmute, Mary?
Mary Speciale.
And Grace.
Grace Amoye.
And Paul.
Paul Birnbaum.
Wonderful. Did I miss anyone of our artists? Oh, Louise, yes. There you are. Louise.
Louise Salant. I'm the newest member.
And we welcome you back. That's great. And now, is that all of our artists for tonight? So I am now going to put my view back to gallery so that we can all see one another. And now we're going to have one last video, and then afterwards, please feel free to say hello and unmute right after Over the River and Through the Woods. Denise?
Stop
So once again, thank you all for attending. Please feel free to unmute and say hello.
Hi, bravo, beautiful.
Nice job, everybody.
Great
Thanks
job,
once
everyone.
again.
Bye.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
All for beautiful music, poetry.
Thank you. It's a
you.
pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Bye,
Hi,
everyone.
Kathleen.
Have a great Thanksgiving. It's a great class.
Thank you very much, all of you. It was beautiful.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Hi,
you.
hi,
It's lovely.
Consuelo.
Way to
Consuelo,
go,
it's
Mom.
good to see you again.
Sorry. Thank you, Dad.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi,
That's nice.
Carol. Hi, Joe.
Who's greeting?
Have a
Ah,
great
Is it
Thanksgiving,
Denise?
Hi,
everybody.
Claire.
Daniel, nice to see you.
Hi, Mickey.
Hi,
So good to
Louie.
see you.
Thank you for
Hi, hi, Abby. Hi,
Hello,
Drew.
everybody.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, Victor.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. I appreciate the entertainment and all the effort you people put through all these months. And I hope
Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks, Cheryl, everyone. Thanks,
Oh,
Yay,
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Oh,
Yay, Cheryl.
It was a nice performance.
Happy Thanksgiving to
Thank
all.
you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
thank you. Thank you to our
You
staff
all
at
look
the
great.
center. I didn't mean to leave anybody out.
Everybody for just a second.
Yeah.
Oh, announce our Hanukkah concert.
Yeah.
So yes, we have, first of all, we have a Hanukkah concert. It's going to be a hybrid concert. Partly
Wow.
be at
What do
the
you mean
JASA
hybrid?
Center, but also still online. And that will be at 6 o'clock on December 6th. And so we hope that you will be able to attend. I would like to, there's one other shout out I'd like to give, and that's to Yan Fu. Hi, Yan Fu. It's nice
Hi.
to see you.
Oh, yeah.
So nice
Yeah.
to see you. Wow.
Fu Yan.
We call her Fu Yang, but it's actually
Yan.
Fu, isn't it?
Hi, Priya.
So, and it's great to see you, and I hope that we will be able to see you in the center again. And so, but for everyone, thank you again so much. To my artists, it's always such a joy and a pleasure to work with you. And I'm really looking forward to our Hanukkah concert. We have a lot of work to do in a short period of time, but it's going to be a fun event. Please join us. And so again, everyone, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Holiday
everyone.
to all of you.
Good night,
With
everybody.
peace and
Bye-bye.
hope.
Happy
All right, good
Thanksgiving.
night. I want to make a special thank you to Cindy Taveras, who has been there for us,
Oh, yeah.
especially on the tech side of things. Thank you, Cindy.
Cindy.
Yay.
Can you please show Miss Sharon?
I'm here.
Well, I don't see you.
Oh, well, she's here. You have to look.
She's shy.
You might have to move your camera over a little bit, but Sharon's here.
I'm here. Yeah. Hi.
Okay, so again, everyone, thank you so much. And
Thank
enjoy
you.
the holiday. We hope to see you on
Thank you, Miss Sharon. Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Cheryl.
Consuelo.
Thank you.
We'll see you in
Thank you.
person.
Job well
Person.
done.
Very nice. Lovely.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.